Welcome to exclusive conversation presented by Suntips and Saraf Trading Corporation. Today we have here the greatest mind of our times, Ambarish Saraf, the Managing Director of Suntips and Saraf Trading Corporation. One of the greatest person who has been leading a family legacy into a global height. He has his own opinions, his own ideas and visionaries, which he is here to share with us right now. Sir.
Hello, hi.
Welcome to our show, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah. So let's talk about how did you come up with this idea, because you have this decade-old family business, and how did you choose whether it has to be legacy or whether you have to redefine your legacy? How did you come up with this?
See, basically, ours is a family-owned business. I'm the third generation in this business. It was started by my grandfather about 75 years back. So it's a pretty long way that I've come. And basically, the legacy has been built over the last 7.5 decades. So legacy is something which was already there, started by my grandfather and his children. My father and my uncle joined the business, and they took it to greater heights, and then came in the third generation, that's me. So obviously there was history behind the complete business operations that we have, and which the platform was already laid. So I had to build on it, and we also had to adapt to the changes that come with the time. And so yes, so that is what it was basically a balance between carrying on with the legacy, but at the same time seeing that we keep up with the new trends and come up with some unique ideas along the way, basically.
So you already told that it is a legacy that was built years before. So what was that exact point or the moment when you had created your own identity in this legacy?
See, when I came, I've now been associated in this business for over 25 years now, myself. When I joined, I was working alongside my father, my uncle, who were already pretty stalwarts in this particular line. So along the way, I've learned a lot of things, how to deal with people, how to, when it comes to quality, we never compromise on it. And it is what, so all those ideologies is something which I learned along the way, and which created a lasting impact in my mind. And then it's only more to do in the last 10 to 12 years that I also started getting a lot more proactive in the sense that we had to create a niche for ourselves in this particular market. It's a very highly competitive segment, as we are into manufacture and exports of tea and herbs. So we need to we need to create a niche in the sense and what sets us apart from the other people, be it in terms of quality, innovation, the packaging. So it was all that, and since we started going around, attending a lot of trade fairs around the world to understand what are the trends, to grasp and where we stand and what more we can offer. So that is how the mindset, the change in my mindset has come along, where we are focusing on a very competitive and a very niche segment for ourselves.
So you have already told that you are growing your legacy. You have been building this empire on your legacy. So how did you come to decide how to choose? Should you choose the heritage or should you go with the innovation? How do you choose this? Is there a battle between? There might be an inner battle.
See, I wouldn't call it like that, because our heritage and legacy is something which is very, in the sense, which we never compromise upon, and we don't drift away or move away from it, because that is there, whatever be the case. But in that, how we can adapt to the new changes is what we have to look at, because the strong point in our company or this thing has always been our legacy, and what you say, the thought patterns, what we have learned from our elders in terms of never compromising, be it on the quality, the customer service, whatever. So those things are already imbibed in us. So it is along the way that we have to see how we can accommodate and adapt to the new trends, or what trend we can set which can become a new trend otherwise. So then that was never a question of a conflict for me, at least personally, because I have already, my thoughts are very clear. on as to how we have to move ahead, and we have to create a niche for ourselves, maybe create a trend of a new trend for the market alone. So that has always been the thought for me.
So in this global market and global trend, what guiding principles have helped you maintain the trust and consistency? Let's see, it remains the same, the trust is high. So how did you maintain this?
See, it is with the experience of being in the global market for over 7 decades, and we have seen the changes that have taken place in the global market and in the Indian market, how what the customer expects out of a particular brand. So we have always tried to stay ahead of the curve, basically trying to adapt all those required changes which will help us set us apart from the others. So it basically what we do is, we as I mentioned before, we attend a lot of trade fairs. We get an idea what are the new trends, the global trends, what happens in different markets. So and how we can also adapt along with those, or create something new. So that is an ongoing process. It's not like once we have done, we are there. We need to always keep evolving with what is there. So basically that is how our mindset is also there.
So in this changing or rapidly changing business landscape, how do you make sure that Suntip doesn't lose its authenticity over innovations?
See, as I mentioned earlier, the core values of our brand, our family surname, have always been the quality that we offer, and keeping the consistency in the same. And customer support that we offer even after we have supplied. So that is what is built our brand today, be it Suntips, and that is our family surname Saraf also stands for that. So today in international market, we are when somebody is in the field that we operate in, know us by these values. So this is something which we have always kept given prime importance, and we have built our brand image around it. So it is, and by attending all these trade fairs, we keep ourselves updated on the current trends, the requirements, rules, regulations of different countries, and we ensure that our product complies to all those. So that is one of the reasons that our most of the clients that we have been working with in the international market, we have been working with them for decades. They have not found the need to move away from us or look at other options, because they know the name Saraf or Suntips can be trusted.
So this business actually for the people who wants to build a business, who wants to make their own stuff. So my question is, how do you make decision? There might be certain incidents, or sometimes there might be problems arising. So if it is very conflicting, would you go for your gut feeling, or would you go for your experience, or would you ask the experts, and how do you make certain decisions?
Yeah, see, that conflicts and how to overcome them are part and parcel of any kind of business. It's never a smooth ride all along. There are times when we have to stop and think, what way to go. And in such a scenario, it has, when in my current business also, my father is very much actively involved. So it is always good. I can talk and discuss with him, hear his views about it. When I'm able to bounce off my ideas of my elders or any other, my cousin also is in some way involved in this. So then it gives you a different perspective also. And then we have to see also what the market scenario, the market trends are, or about the data information about the product. So all these factors, it is a combination of all these factors which generally helps us in taking decisions which way we want to go. And during all these times, one thing that we have to keep it in mind is that in no way we compromise anywhere, basically, in terms of anything that would damage our brand or anything that would damage our name. So we would not think along those lines, basically.